I want to talk about some of the things that I lost in addiction, but the things that I gained in recovery. So I'm going to start when I've always been able to like somewhat hold my life together when I was on other substances like stimulants. Like when I was using hard, I was able to like stop and I got like my life together before it like fell apart completely. Inside, I was always able to function and stop. But the moment I tried opiates, it was just like instantly my entire life revolved around the substance and nothing else mattered. And I completely threw my life away. I remember the day that my son left for good, when he went to go live with his dad. When I first started opiates, my first thought wasn't, oh my God, I lost my child. It was like, finally, I'm alone. So now I can start using. And that to me was one of the hardest and most devastating realizations now that I'm out of it. To like, that I actually did that. I actually like let my addiction get the best of me, and I lost the child that was the most important to me, and I miss him so much every day, and like he's growing up away from me, and that was really, really hard. You know, like I let all of my kids down because of a substance, you know, but it had such a harsh grip on my life that it taught me that like nothing else mattered. It was the only thing that was important to me. It would say things like, they didn't love you anyways, like they don't want you around, like, you know, like these were the thoughts that I was having, and it was like I don't disappoint you, like I'm always here for you. And because of that, I you know, I let my family go. So yeah, there was that. Then I also lost my home. I stopped paying my rent. I was a couple of $1,000s behind. Like that was really devastating. I ended up like losing my car. I got impounded one day and I just said, fuck it, like there's no point. I don't know what happened to it. I didn't even care at that point. I was just like, whatever, get rid of it. It's not my problem anymore. I was homeless for the first time, like really, truly homeless. For 6 months, I lived in a tent in a dog park with a really abusive partner. Well, when we were sober during that time, that was probably the only time that he wasn't physically abusive towards me. And it was okay, besides the 3 months that we were in recovery in Vancouver. But he wasn't working his program properly, and he left. I thought I could do it, but I ended up leaving 10 days after, because I couldn't be away from him. I was so fucking codependent. And then I ended up on the streets of Vancouver, on East Hastings, and I was there for 13 months. Like I was there before as well too, but like that was the worst 5 months of my entire life, like after. It was devastating. It was excruciatingly hard because I had become addicted to xylazine, and I had lost everything at that point. And at this point, like my self-respect was lost, my dignity, my life, like everything, my soul, my spirit, everything was gone. I had nothing. I had started to put up with the way that this man was treating me, and I thought that's how it was going to be for the rest of my life. That's all I deserved. I was nothing but a East Hastings WHORE on the streets, you know what I mean? I had nothing else to give, nothing else. I was gone. It was nothing. And then I finally said enough was enough on the 17th of November. I brought myself to the fire department, and I said, I need help. I need you to call the hospital. They called the hospital for me. I got off Hastings. I stayed the night in the Hub, which is a St. Paul hospital. It is a transitional shelter for people that are trying to get into detox. I stayed there for the night, and I was withdrawing off of xylazine. and that was really excruciating. And then I went to detox, and I got on the methadone program, which is what I am on right now. I started off at 17 milligrams, 170 mils, way too high. I was sick, but yeah, because of that, I went down to 140 mils, so 14 milligrams. I went to detox to get down. I did 30 mil drop in 1 week. I did it with doctors around me so that because I'm a high risk for relapse when you do that kind of stuff, you know, because it hurts. You're like, oh, I'm just going to do it. But like in the end, it's a counterproductive using, you know, you want to make sure that you do it so that it only takes 3 days basically. So in that case, I ended up, what I gained was being able to be around my daughter and her son. I spent a lot of time with them. I gained my self-respect back. I gained my body back. I gained my beauty back. I gained my spirit back. I gained my life. I gained the opportunity to tell you guys about what I went through. Like, I get to wake up in the morning and make my bed. I get to talk to the lovely people here and share my story. I get to have challenges. I get to live in this beautiful home. I have a roof over my head for the first time since October of 2024 when I left Alberta and moved to Vancouver. I get to fall in love with myself again. I get to relive every day in peace. I get to find out who I am, also re-identify who I am, learn who I am as a person. I get to learn to love myself. I get to ignite my passions. Like, I'm an artist, so I have been creating a lot. I want to start an ACEO business where I draw cards and share them with people. I get to go back to treatment. I get to work towards spending time and being with my family again. I get to reopen my photography business, which I'm really, really looking forward to. I have gained so much by letting go of that one thing. Like I said before, I gave up everything for one thing, and now I'm giving up one thing for everything. I get to live again. I get the opportunity to become employed. I will be a productive member of society. The beautiful thing is, for every dollar that the country spends on a person like myself, they get it back sevenfold. So it's an investment, right? Investing in my future creates so much. I get to establish relationships with my family. I can take care of my body, my mind, and my soul. I get to write my story. I'm working on a novel. I get to share my story with everyone, and I'm really looking forward to that. I wake up grateful. I communicate with my family. I get to restart my hobbies, the things that I love doing. I get to do this. Every day I get to share on TikTok, and all of that is just really, really, I don't know. It means a lot to me. So thank you for listening.